Welcome, everyone. Thanks for... tuning in to 2K. Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a loss to Denver in the Rockies. So the Lakers win the tip. Now here's Ingram. Pass to Rondo. McGee a screen. 20 feet out. Rondo, no good. Here's Ntilikina. On the wing, Hardaway. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Hardaway has got the game going with his first points of the game for the Knicks. Doris, you were the first female commentator to ever call a Knicks game on radio or television, and I imagine you remember that first broadcast very well.
I sure do, Kevin. It was against the Bucks. I filled in for the great Clyde Frazier, and the Knicks had just made it to the finals the year before, so it was exciting on a number of levels.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Tim Hardaway unable to get his last shot to go. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Yeah, and Caldwell Pope pretty effective in that pick and roll.
Here's Burke following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
And look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
Now here's James. That one wide left. And so just over a minute and a half played. Pass to Knox. Connects from three-point range. Knox has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Ingram with it. Lakers passing it around. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Offside Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back. Full 24-second shot clock. James outside. A second chance effort.
Well, you have to like that Cantor gets active on the defensive end. This is the area of his game that he continues to work on.
There's a screen. Knox. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Knox has got 5.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
And the Knicks with possession here. After the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell Pope. With the shot. Here's Knox. McGee with the block. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
McGee a screen. Here's James. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, I think, guys, what's amazing to me is LeBron has been in his prime for over a decade at this point. And we all kind of keep waiting for Father Time to catch up. But who knows when that's going to happen?
And Doris, normally players LeBron's age start to decline, but it isn't happening.
Yeah, Kev, I mean, LeBron said he wants to be the player to break the mold and dominate into his late 30s. Listen, he wants to play with his oldest son, so we'll see what happens.
Lays it up off the glass. LeBron's got his first points in this one.
I'll tell you, you know he's going to garner much defensive attention on the inside. Still, not easy to keep LeBron James from converting.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. I mean, you've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide-open shots like that.
The former Blue Devil, Brandon Ingram, was taken second overall back in 2016, was deemed as untouchable by his front office as they rebuilt the roster. He's a big part of what the Lakers want to do over the next few years.
And it was Magic Johnson, Greg, who said Ingram is untouchable. Also feels Ingram can be an elite scorer.
Yeah, I mean, Ingram certainly has the makeup and skills to be a first option on offense. And when he heard of how highly Magic thought of him, it made Ingram want to work even harder. You can certainly see the huge leaps he's made as a scorer since Magic kind of gave him that vote of confidence.
The offensive rebound. Here's Caldwell Pope. And another shot. And the shot goes in.
The initial miss was the best thing that could have happened to them. He was in absolutely perfect position for the putback.
There's the pick. There's a screen by Robinson. Hardaway from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
And we're seeing a little more of this from KCP, working that in-between area, trying to improve his efficiency.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
You've got to be on exactly the same page to connect on that long of an alley-oop.
Yeah, and even then, it's a tough play. Now here's Rondo. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Pass to Ingram. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Outside Hardaway. Trains the three-pointer. Hardaway has got his third bucket of the night.
Well, we know that Tim Hardaway Jr. can space the floor. You don't want to allow him to start cooking.
The drive by LeBron. Here's Rondo. They get it back. The shot's good from McGee.
Boy, that's a decisive move to the cup. He gives the defense no chance to react.
There's a screen by Robinson. And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Burke with it. There's a screen by Robinson. And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so New York calls timeout. They're first. So much of being a scorer is finding ways to get open without the ball, of course, and there are a lot of guys that do that very well in the league right now.
Well, you think back to guys like Ray Allen, who have retired in the last 5 to 6 years. He was one of the all-time bests. You think back to the Detroit Pistons teams and Rip Hamilton. They set the stage for today's generation. Guys like Klay Thompson and Kyle Korver, who are relentless in their motion and sometimes do it randomly. Outside of the context of the offense, they're just, because they've done it so often, the kind of movement they create puts tremendous stress on your defense.
There's a screen by Robinson. To the paint. Stolen by McGee.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball.
And LeBron throws it down.
A history of great finishers in NBA history, but LeBron will top the list before it's all said and done.
Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Robinson. To the middle. He's looking for Hardaway and finds him.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
To the left wing. McGee a screen. Hart, no good. New York leading by 3. Thomas a screen. To the wing right side. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
You see, recognition is part of playing basketball. Thomas reads the defense, uses the pick wisely.
Pass to Hart. Lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Ntilikina. Looking for his first basket still in this one. It's hauled in by LeBron. And the Lakers have possession. Trailing by 2. From 13, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. LeBron's got 6 points.
Well, an absolute terror from that spot right there. If LeBron James is rolling, look out.
Thomas a screen. Knocks. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Lakers with LeBron wasted no time trying to surround him with free agent signings, Greg, to help round out the supporting cast.
Names came in rapid succession after LeBron committed. Caldwell Pope, Rondo, Stevenson all joined in short order. We'll see how far this team goes, but you cannot deny how interesting things have gotten with this roster.
Now here's LeBron. He has 6.
Boy, what growth from LeBron James since he entered the league with his ability to consistently knock down the jumper.
There's a screen by Robinson. For New York, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First one falls for him.
Gentlemen, if ever there was a market that is aching for a competitive team, it is New York. The last time the Knicks saw the playoffs, 2013. Boy, does that feel like an eternity ago.
McGee a screen. Now Kuzma. They now take the lead. Kuzma's got his first bucket of the night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to Thomas. Lee trying to get open. Offline with his 3. And thinking back to the Knicks' last postseason appearance, they had some hard-nosed guys on that team.
They sure did. Guys like Tyson Chandler, Kenyon Martin, Jason Kidd. Listen, we know New York's a tough town. Their fans appreciate rooting for those gritty-type players. But in the end, at this point, whatever gets them wins will make them happy.
Outside for Thomas. New York moving it around. Pass to Vonleh. There's the pick. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one misses.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Pass to McGee. Back to Ingram. Now McGee. 6 on the shot clock. Kuzma sets a screen. For 3, Ingram. Unable to get that one. The Knicks go the other way with it. There's Lee with the 3. Cans it from downtown. Lee's got the game tied up here for New York.
Well, excellent at taking what the defense gives him. Courtney Lee, a difficult cover in pick-and-roll situations.
Kuzma sets a screen. Back to Ingram. There's a good screen. Pass to Hart. And here's Kuzma. Puts it up. They get it back. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Hart. Just 5 on the clock. Lee with the block. But they recover it. Hart, that's good. Hart's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Lakers.
I'll tell you, there are guys in the league you can give that three-point attempt to. He is not one of those guys.
The three. Bazania's shot is off. Lakers leading by 3. Pass to Hart. Back to Ball. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. And here is Hezonja. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Back right after this. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second-chance points.
I don't think the defense has been very good. And right now, they're letting them pounce all over them and get second-chance opportunities.
Knicks trail by 3. Here's Trier. Over Hart. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Trier's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Knicks. Well, he was fired by the Grizzlies 19 games into last season, Doris, but Coach David Fisdale with a fresh start now with the Knicks in New York.
Well, you think about in Memphis, he tried to shift from the grit and grind to a more modern NBA style, and I think he encountered some resistance there. With the Knicks, more of a clean slate, a chance to build the culture from the ground up. Well, you don't get much more wide open inside the arc. He simply got to make that shot.
Thomas a screen. There's the screen. Shot clock at 5. Vonleh loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
A steady screen set on that play, and the defense disappears. Nice communication between teammates to make that play work.
Now here's James. He's got 8. Over Lee. Goes back up. And there's a nice layup by Kuzma. Kuzma's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
There's Lee with the 3. No good that time. And the Lakers going the other way now. LeBron with it. Now defended by Vonleh. Pass to Beasley. LeBron outside. Shoots from the right block. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
As much as LeBron loves to create, there are times when he simply has to do it himself. Too good to pass up that one.
Here's Baker. Comes up empty down low.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
Here's Beasley. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Back to Baker. Here's Trier. That shot misses. Excellent D there from Beasley. Pass to Kuzma. Kuzma sets a screen. Knocked away. And stolen by Vonleh. Now here's Lee. Some nice passing by New York here. Thomas a screen. From beyond the arc. That's tipped. Los Angeles leading by 5. In the corner, it's James. And they double up James. Pass to Hart. LeBron James on the wing. Lots of room. That's good on the jump shot. Hart's got 8.
And right now, they have all the momentum. I mean, just look at the score.
No, there's no doubt. You can see it. The lead continues to grow. They're not slowing down. I love the pressure they're applying.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. You know, Doris, for a long time, few people realized how efficient the three-point shot can be, the extra point making such a difference. Why do you think it took a while for that thought process to hold?
Well, I think obviously we have advanced metrics, and the reason we have advanced metrics is there are more ways to monitor the things that happen between the lines, right? There are cameras everywhere. We can track people's data via computer programs. But I think one of the interesting things to me, Kevin, is that Steph Curry really has changed the logistics of what defines a quality shot. Here's a guy who steps across half court, and when he does, he's in range. So the influence of Steph Curry cannot be understated.
Great example. Pass to Kuzma. Outside Rondo, and it's Hezonja with the foul. That's his first foul. Full 24-second shot clock. Now here's Rondo. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Kuzma sets a screen. Here's Hart. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And now a 10-point Laker lead.
Gentlemen, this guy goes from good three-point shooter to great when you give him that kind of space.
Pass to Kanter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Some reports claim, Doris, that basketball is the fastest growing team sport. Do you think it has a chance to overtake football as the most popular sport in the U.S.?
Well, listen, anybody who is covering and carrying the games of the NBA is thrilled right now. The ratings for the NBA are off the charts. It increases in popularity every year. But let's remember the foundational sport in the United States of America is football. And the ratings for football, the NFL in particular, still dwarf the NBA. But the reality is there are challenges that the NFL faces. What those challenges have on the long-term business success in terms of, you know, the concussions and the long-term implications, we don't yet know, Kevin. And if we could all fast forward 10 to 15 years into the future, it'll be fascinating to look back and say, wow, this was a seminal moment for both sports.
Great perspective. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Clock at 4. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
But both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Now, here's Kanter. On the money from 12 feet away. Kanter's got his first points of the game.
Well, more and more, that mid-range game becoming something you've got to deal with when guarding Enes Kanter.
Pass to Beasley. To the middle. And James throws it down.
Well, at this point, Kevin, with LeBron rolling, the #1 goal on every possession, get it to the king.
Now here's Burke. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Kanter. And the rejection by Zubac.
Substitution.
Outside Hardaway. All sorts of time. Kuzma pulls it in.
They're not going to get away with many mistakes like that on the defensive end. You got to get out on him right there.
Launches it. It's rebounded by New York. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. And they're playing through a string of road games. That will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. Now here's LeBron. To the left side wing. Here's Hart. He's got 11. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. On the wing, Hardaway. There's a screen by Kanter. Off target from outside.
Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
Outside Rondo. LeBron James on the wing. 6 to shoot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his first personal foul.
And Greg, what else is there to say about LeBron? One of the best to ever play the game.
I mean, he's been the face of the league for so long, and he's done a tremendous justice to that title. Has always played with so many expectations and really has met every single one of them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see a guy like LeBron in the NBA, and he's truly been a generational talent.
Now here's Burke. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Kanter. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Kuzma. Knocked loose. Elbow shot. And too long on the shot.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
And that one, good. Lakers leading by 13. LeBron outside. Pass to Kuzma. From 13. That shot, no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And maybe pushing too hard at this point, getting a little desperate.
Yeah, it certainly looks like they're forcing it. They're trying to make quick, hard decisions instead of focusing on making the right play.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Miscue there. Hadn't had many of those so far, which is a big reason they're ahead.
They set the pick. Pass to Knox. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second.
Oh, boy, that's 2 on him now. And if he gets a 3rd foul before halftime, his playing time is going to have to be limited for a bit.
Now here's Burke. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Now Kuzma. Burke covering. Back to ball. McGee a screen. 6 on the shot clock. They get it again. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Back to Ingram. Pass to Caldwell Pope. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of the game.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
The lead now cut to single digits.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. McGee a screen. Pass to Ingram. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Knicks ball.
Knicks trail by 9. There's a screen by Kanter. Hardaway with it. New York moving the ball around. There's a good screen. Pass to Burke. Lets it go with a 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Burke's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Kuzma sets a screen. Ball with it. To end the drought. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Well, that's outstanding execution, Greg. You always want to get the last shot of the quarter, which is precisely what they did there.
Your save
And
is